Every man has faced this question in silence: does she truly love me, or am I just wasting my time? It's that quiet doubt that eats away at your peace of mind. The kind that keeps you awake at night, replaying every moment, every word, every look. Here's the truth: if you don't recognize the signs, you'll never know where you really stand. Because women don't always say what they feel, they show it through their actions. And in this video, I'm going to reveal 12 things a woman only does for the man she genuinely loves. By the end, you'll see the difference between a woman who's truly invested in you and one who's just passing time. You're watching this because something inside you already knows something's off, or maybe you just need confirmation that what you feel is real. Either way, you're about to find out. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and drop a quick comment below. Tell me, have you ever felt unsure about a woman's true feelings? Type yes or no. Because what comes next might just reveal the truth you've been avoiding. Would you like me to continue writing the next part, 12 things women only do for the men they truly love, in the same tone and style? Number 1, she introduces you to her friends and family. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't keep you in the background. She wants the people closest to her, her friends, her family, to know who you are. Why? Because she's proud of you. She wants to show the world that you're her man. Think about it: if she hides you from her circle, avoids bringing you to family gatherings, or never even mentions your name around her loved ones, that's not love. That's hesitation. Real love doesn't live in the shadows. When a woman's heart is truly yours, she wants her world and yours to connect. She'll say things like, "You have to meet my parents," or "My friends would love you." That's not just casual talk, that's her way of saying, "You belong here." She's emotionally invested. You're not just another guy she's dating, you're someone she sees in her future. But here's the truth: if she keeps you hidden, you're not her priority. You're just a temporary chapter in her story. A woman in love will proudly stand beside you, hand in hand, showing everyone that you're not just a passing phase, you're part of her life. When she brings you into her inner circle, that's not just an introduction, it's a statement. She's saying, "You're not temporary. You're my man, and you matter to me." Number 2, she invests time and stays through the long haul. Here's what most men never realize: time always exposes the truth. Anyone can act loving when things are easy. Anyone can show affection when everything feels exciting and new. But when the spark fades, when life gets heavy, when your world starts to shake, that's when real love reveals itself. A woman who truly loves you won't run when things get hard. She won't vanish when you're struggling or when you have nothing to offer except your effort. She'll stay when you're sick, when you're broke, and when life tests you. Because her love isn't built on conditions, it's built on commitment. You see, women who are only around for attention or convenience disappear the moment the fantasy ends. They're gone as soon as they stop getting what they want. But the woman who truly loves you? She's different. She's thinking long term. She's not asking, "What can I get from this man?" She's asking, "What can we create together?" The long haul isn't pretty. It's not all romance and perfect moments. It's sacrifice, patience, and choosing each other again and again, even when it's hard. So when you find a woman who stands beside you through your storms, understand this: she's not just staying. She's choosing you, over and over. And in the end, that's the kind of love that never fades. Number 3, she confides in you deeply. This one reveals everything about how she truly feels. When a woman starts sharing the deepest parts of herself, that's not just conversation, that's connection. She's not just telling you about her day or what she had for dinner. She's letting you into her world, the fears that haunt her, the dreams that drive her, and the scars she rarely talks about. Understand this: a woman doesn't open up like that to just anyone. Vulnerability is sacred. When she chooses to be that honest with you, it means she feels safe, she sees you as someone who can hold her truth without judgment. But if she doesn't love you, you'll notice the difference. She'll keep things light, avoid serious topics, and never let you see who she really is. Love always shows in depth, in the kind of trust that can't be faked. When she confides in you, it's not just a sign of affection, it's a sign of faith. She's testing whether her heart is safe in your hands. So when she opens up, listen closely. Because in that moment, she's not just talking, she's inviting you into the most private room of her soul. Number 4, she prioritizes time with you over friends. Here's something most men overlook: a woman's time tells you everything about how she feels. Her schedule doesn't lie. No matter how busy she is or how many people want her attention, a woman who's truly in love makes time for the man who matters most. Now, this doesn't mean she cuts off her friends or stops living her own life. Balance is important. But pay attention to the pattern. If you're always the one waiting, always competing with her social plans, always coming second, then understand this: you're not her priority. A woman who genuinely loves you won't hesitate to cancel plans when you really need her. She'll choose a quiet night with you over a wild night out, not because she has to, but because being with you brings her peace, comfort, and joy that no party ever could. Remember, time is the most valuable thing she can give. When she offers it freely, without excuses, without hesitation, that's love in its purest form. But if she constantly chooses the noise, the parties, the distractions, then you're just an option, not her choice. When a woman gives you her time, she's really giving you her heart. Number 5, she's comfortable being imperfect around you. At the start of any relationship, most women put on their best version. Perfect hair, charming smile, carefully chosen words, it's all part of wanting to make a good impression. But when real love enters the picture, that performance starts to fade. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't feel the need to act flawless anymore. She lets you see her unfiltered side, the messy bun, the lazy outfit, the silly laugh, and the moments when she's not at her best. She doesn't worry about hiding her quirks or imperfections, because deep down, she knows your acceptance doesn't depend on perfection. Here's the truth most men miss: if she's still acting like everything about her is picture perfect, she doesn't feel emotionally safe with you yet. Love is about comfort, not performance. No one can keep the act going forever. So when she stops pretending, when she relaxes and lets her real self come through, it's not a sign she's stopped caring. It's a sign she finally feels safe. She trusts that you'll see her beauty even in her unpolished moments. Understand this: when a woman shows you her real side, that's not weakness, it's intimacy. It's her heart saying, I trust you with who I really am. And that, more than anything she could ever say, is love in its purest form. Number 6, she stops entertaining other men. This is one of the clearest signs a woman has truly fallen for you. Before you came along, she might have had men texting, calling, or trying to get her attention. But when real love enters her life, that noise fades away. She no longer needs constant validation or attention from others because she's already found the man who gives her what she truly wants: connection, security, and peace. If she's still flirting, keeping options, or entertaining other guys behind your back, then hear this truth: you're not her priority. You're just a placeholder. A woman in love doesn't play games or keep backups. She chooses one man and gives him her full focus. Many men ignore the red flags. They see other guys in her messages or notice she's always getting attention, and they convince themselves it's harmless. But real love doesn't compete. It doesn't share space with uncertainty. When she truly loves you, she'll make it clear through her actions. She'll close the door to every other man and open her heart only to you. That's not about control. It's about respect and loyalty. She's saying, I've made my choice, and I don't need anyone else. And if you don't see that change, if she's still keeping her options open, then it's time to ask yourself the hard question: has she really chosen you, or are you just one of many? Number 7, she sees you in her future. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't just live in the moment, she starts picturing what life looks like with you in it. Notice how she talks about the days ahead. Does she say we instead of "fi"? Does she include you in her plans without even realizing it? That's not a coincidence, that's her heart revealing commitment. She'll talk about the places she wants to travel with you, the kind of home she'd love to share, or the life she wants to build side by side. It's subtle, but it's powerful, because women don't dream about men they don't value. They don't plan a future around someone they see as temporary. But if every conversation about the future seems to leave you out, no shared plans, no of us, no together someday, that's a quiet signal she's not fully invested. A woman in love naturally sees you in her tomorrow, not just her today. So pay attention. When she speaks about the future and you're part of it, she's not just being romantic, she's telling you something deeper: you're the one I want to grow old with. Number 8, she wants to share her entire world with you. When a woman truly falls for you, you're not just someone in her life, you become part of her life. You're the first person she wants to text when something exciting happens. The one she turns to when things fall apart, and the one she can't help but tell every little story to, even the small, random moments that don't seem important to anyone else. This isn't about talking non-stop or oversharing. It's about emotional closeness. When a woman loves you, she naturally wants to include you in her daily world, her thoughts, her victories, her worries, and her plans. Every message, every update, every guess what happened today is her way of saying, you matter to me. You belong in my story. But here's the truth most men overlook: if she only gives you small glimpses into her life, if you're always the last to know what's really going on, that means she's still keeping her guard up. Real love opens doors, it doesn't build walls. So when she starts letting you in, into her routines, her emotions, her chaos and calm, understand what that really means. You've become her safe space, her confidant, and her favorite person to share life with. When you're the one she messages first in the morning and last before she sleeps, it's not just habit. It's love in motion, choosing you, over and over again. Number 9, she looks past your flaws. Every man carries a few scars, bad habits, insecurities, and mistakes he wishes he could erase. Nobody is perfect, and love doesn't demand perfection. The real question is, does she stay even after seeing the parts of you that aren't polished? When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't wear blinders. She notices your flaws, but she doesn't let them define you. Instead of judging, she understands. Instead of criticizing, she encourages. She doesn't excuse toxic behavior, but she stands beside you while you work to become better. Her love isn't about who you are right now, it's about who she believes you can become. And that belief? It's transformative. It pushes you to grow, to fight your demons, and to rise higher because someone finally saw something in you worth fighting for. Here's the hard truth: if she doesn't love you, your flaws become her reason to leave. The smallest mistake will be her excuse to walk away. But when a woman truly loves you, she leans in when things get rough. She stays when others would run. Never mistake her patience for weakness, it's loyalty in its purest form. It's her heart saying, I see your imperfections, but I still choose you. In a world where people give up so easily, that kind of love is rare and priceless. Number 10, she remembers the little things that matter to you. Real love doesn't always show up in big, dramatic gestures. It hides in the small details, the things most people overlook. When a woman truly loves you, she pays attention in ways that others don't. She remembers the song that helped you through your darkest day. She knows how you like your coffee, the story behind your favorite shirt, and the tiny scar on your hand and where it came from. These details might seem insignificant to you, but to her, they're treasures, pieces of who you are. Why? Because she listens with her heart. And that's what love really is, consistent attention wrapped in care. When a woman doesn't care, she forgets. She hears, but she doesn't listen. She might smile, but nothing stays with her. But when she recalls the little things, when she brings up something you mentioned months ago or surprises you with something you barely remembered saying, she's telling you something powerful: you matter to me. That's the quiet language of genuine love. It's not loud. It's not flashy. It's in the remembering. Because love isn't measured by what you give, but by how deeply you notice. And when she remembers the details, it means you've found a home in her heart. Number 11, she proudly calls you her man. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't hide you like a secret, she honors you like a choice. She doesn't stumble over words like a friend or someone special. She says it with pride, this is my man. And that sentence speaks volumes. It's not just a label, it's a declaration. When she introduces you that way, she's sending a message to her friends, to her family, even to other men. She's saying, my heart is already taken. That's real loyalty, not just in private whispers, but in public truth. Because love that hides in the shadows isn't love at all, it's convenience dressed as affection. If she avoids calling you her man, if she keeps you out of her social circle, or if she acts single when you're not around, then she's not confused. She's just not committed. A woman in love doesn't hesitate to make it known who she belongs to and who belongs to her. So when she proudly calls you her man, understand what she's really saying, I've chosen you, and I'm not afraid for the world to know it. In a world full of mixed signals and hidden intentions, that kind of loyalty is rare, and it speaks louder than any I love you ever could. Number 12, she compromises for the relationship. Real love isn't about one person always getting their way, it's about meeting in the middle. A woman who truly loves you doesn't let her pride ruin what you're building together. She's willing to bend, to adjust, and to make small sacrifices because she values the relationship more than her ego. That doesn't mean she loses herself or abandons her values. It means she's mature enough to adapt, to grow, and to put lust before me. That's not weakness, that's strength. If she never compromises, you're not in a relationship, you're in a power struggle. And power struggles destroy love. But when she chooses to compromise, she's telling you one thing, you matter more than being right. A woman who does that isn't in love with the idea of you, she's in love with the reality of building with you. You've just heard all 12 signs that reveal when a woman truly loves you. These aren't just words, they're actions. And deep down, you already know where you stand. If she shows these signs, she's all in. If she doesn't, stop making excuses. You deserve real love, not confusion, not games. If this message hit you, subscribe right now. Every video here is a weapon for your mind, helping you protect your heart, see clearly, and never settle for less than you deserve.